Does your business have questions which management are struggling to have answers for? If the answer is yes, in the next 3 minutes, we have some common questions we meet daily, and we'll use them to point managers and owners in the right direction for solutions. So keep watching. The first question we get: there are some key customers that hard bargain for lowest possible prices, causing a firm to make losses on such sales. What should the firm do? The simple advice we give on this is the firm should first eliminate any waste and become low cost producers, possibly the least cost producer, benchmarked against other producers. If the customer continues to demand lower prices, then negotiate with open books to show that the best is what they have been put on the table, and reasonable customers are likely to allow for a reasonable margin to be made by producers. If they are not reasonable, then there is nothing wrong in walking away from a loss-making customer. The second common question has to do with funding. The banks are not lending, but we need funding to survive. In fact, we have a project that might actually thrive if we get funding. The answer we give as GCC, as Global Contract, is take on the assignment, and we are first to analyze and establish whether what is really needed is just the funding from a bank. There are other methods out there which could be used to finance a project, finance business, and so on, stretching clients and creditors, and or admitting a partner. We will look at the options outside of the borrowings to resolve the issue as a first matter of course. Thereafter, we then look at using funding from a financier. There are some financiers who are still giving funding now, whom we know and who assist with an impeccable plan. The third question we find is: our sales figures have been dipping since the beginning of the recession. Is this now time for exit? The simple answer is: we will first benchmark how your company's performance is against other players in your industry. Having done that benchmark, it will tell us whether it is time to exit. If all players are in a similar circumstances, then what it means is possibly collaborating with the other players and coming up with the best solution from there. It's easier to keep a business that's already running than to try and exit and then try to re-enter. Fourth question has to do with: when is this crisis likely to end? According to us, this crisis is going to last a further 5 years in the least. Considering what is happening in the Eurozone and so on, 5 years is the minimum one should work with. If there is any upturn, that's positive. So in the 5 years to come, there should be a few dividends forgone, some salary reductions, some salary increases forgone, and so on, to keep the balance sheet healthy, to be able to fight when another downturn happens. Finally, there is another question looking at a company that has done everything in the book and outside the book to try and keep costs down and to make profits, to continue to be profitable, but they seem to have reached the end of the road. Is it time to exit? The answer: it is very difficult to start again from scratch. So as much as is possible, a business must try and fight on within the current circumstances, and will assist the business further. It might actually be pointing towards a transformation, need for a transformation, and will use the business quantum leap BQL HART methodology for business quantum leaps. This will involve a full relook at the business model, the strategy, the products being offered, whether there is still demand for them, and so on, and whether that demand is forecast to be continuing into the future. So contact us, and if you have any more questions, and we'll give you the answers and help you with a project to ensure that your business will thrive and quantum leap. GCCS Global Contracts, trusted solutions for businesses in turbulent economic times.
Did you ever wish